It is a trade partnership negotiation that has been going on since 2007. Kenya could not agree on some of the conditions proposed by the European Union. This saw the European Union issue an ultimatum giving Kenya until October this year to finalize negotiations for the economic partnership agreement or risk losing her preferential status in the European Union. Foreign Affairs Principal Secretary Karanja Kibichio says there is light at the end of the tunnel.
The inclusion of clauses that starts talking about human rights, starts talking about corruption, starts talking things about that are non-trade in nature, we feel as EAC have no relevance in this trade agreement.
Kibichio says until 2 weeks ago, there were 9 contentious issues on the trade agreement that the East African region could not agree with, but now only 3 are remaining. He says the 3 would be dealt with by next month, which will be good news for horticulture farmers who had been worried that their market access could be compromised if Kenya lost her privileges in the EU market.
Because we already have an agreed position as EAC, we expect that before the mid of month of May, we'll also have thrashed out the 3 remaining contentious issues.
Kenya has also been in trade talks with other countries, with the latest being the DRC and Ethiopia, where Kenya hopes to establish her mark as far as trade is concerned.
Ethiopia has been very successful in leather industry and also in the exploitation of the coffee value chain. And I think those are areas where our business people are also in conversation to partner with Ethiopians to see if we can also improve in our own in those sectors.
They were speaking during a retreat aimed at strategizing on how to enhance Kenya's trade and other economic interests in the Great Lakes region in Nairobi. Ruth Mutegi, NewsHour Business.